Hello, I hope this video finds everybody doing well. Today I am here to speak on behalf of the players under 18 years of age that are interested in participating in the Call of Duty Mobile 2020 Championship. I am here to present an argument in the form of a video to lower the age restriction for the Call of Duty Mobile Championship. Before I get started, I'd quickly like to address the Call of Duty Mobile staff team. I encourage you guys to have an open mind and consider what the community has to say. Before I begin presenting my argument, I would like to show a poll that I put up on my YouTube channel yesterday regarding participation of different age groups in the Call of Duty Mobile Championship. In the following poll, I prompted my followers that were interested in the Call of Duty Mobile Championship to answer with their age. These were the results. As you can see, less than a quarter of them are actually eligible to participate. By cutting the eligible player base for the Call of Duty Mobile Championship, you are doing two things. The first thing you are doing is putting your players' loyalty in jeopardy. If they notice that you are restricting them from their competitive scene, they're not going to feel welcomed to your game. The second thing you are doing is breaking up teams. A lot of competitive teams in the current state of the game consist of players above the age of 18 and below the age of 18. Therefore, you are breaking the teams of competitive organizations. You could overall lose an entire team even if they had 18 plus players because they no longer have their teammates. Yesterday, I asked for audios from different members of the Call of Duty Mobile competitive scene that are under the age of 18. I asked for them to give their opinions on the age restriction and how they feel. These were the audio files that were sent to me. This is a player known as Aerith.
Hey, I'm Aerith, and basically I just wanted to quickly put my input out there regarding the age restrictions for the recent CODM championship tournament. With a handful of players under the age of 18, it's limiting many players with potential talent and opportunity from playing. And I'm speaking on behalf of the competitive players that's been practicing for months on a daily basis for this tournament. I came to COD Mobile with the purpose of looking for a game to compete and grind for, and after playing since Canadian beta, I found a team I wanted to practice and grind with just to find out I'm not able to compete. It's honestly so frustrating and disheartening considering the amount of hours of scrims and ranked games I put in to get better. And as a competitive player who's signed and contracted to play competitive for Norg, I honestly don't know what will happen for me, and there's just no motivation to scrim or practice. I really hope COD Mobile changes this restriction, as I would love to be able to compete.
This next clip is from a player known as Hi.
Yo, my name's Hi, and I'm a competitive COD Mobile player for Team Singularity, and I just want to share my thoughts as to the restriction that COD Mobile has added to their tournament. So basically, they made it to where players who are 18 and above can only compete in the new COD Mobile Championships, and players such as myself were looking forward to it, but due to the age limit, we can't compete in it now. Many orgs are left out, having to build a new roster due to their players being below the age of 18, such as my team where we have 4 people below the age of 18. Someone who's been to LAN at the age of 13, I think it's really dumb that they've added this restriction. I think for playing the game for a while and grinding it out, I think it's really annoying that they added the age limit, and it seems really unnecessary.
This next clip is from a player known as Geo, short for Geometrics.
Hey guys, Geo here from Tribe, and I just want to say that it hurts. It sucks that this event is 18 plus. This is what I've been grinding for 10 months with something like this, and for it to be taken away after all those days and hours of putting in, of all this meta changing I've gone through just to stay a top player, and just for that not to matter at all because my age would negatively affect my chances of competing.
This next clip is from a player known as Vague.
If you guys don't know who I am, I'm a comp player known as Vague, who is part of many top teams such as Gangsters, Only, and more. I have multiple earnings that come from many gaming backgrounds, which include Fortnite, Critical Ops, Forward Assault, Bullet Force, and more. Anyways, as of today, an event was released sponsored by COD Mobile itself, known as the COD Mobile Championship Series. There is an age requirement that states players only above 18 are eligible to play. With this being said, that basically means that only 70% of the COD Mobile scene is eliminated. From the very start, I decided to stick with COD Mobile as my main game and steer away from Fortnite, which could have made me thousands of dollars, but because of the fate I had in COD Mobile, I decided not to. I waited multiple months and grinded my ass off just participate in the upcoming esports scene just for it to go to waste due to my age.
Now I'd like to address some popular counter-arguments to the idea of lowering the age requirement for the Call of Duty Mobile Championship. The first counter-argument that I would like to address is the people saying that since the game is rated 17 plus on the App Store, then how are we supposed to allow players that are younger than 17 years of age? So the first solution that I would like to throw out there, which has been used for other games, is the idea of a parental consent form, or the idea of just having some sort of way to prove that your parents consent to you participating in the tournament, in this case the Call of Duty Mobile Championship. I know it's a viable option, and I know I've seen it done before, and I know most of us have probably experienced this in other games, and some of us may have even played in competitive scenes in other games because of this method. Now, for those of you in doubt that this is actually possible, I want to quickly prove that it is, and it has been done in other games. Here's proof. First, I'd like to start with some evidence that we've had in this video. The player that was interviewed earlier, known as Hi, he was 13 when he went to his first LAN event and did earn money, and his parental consent form was what allowed him to participate. When he went to LAN, he played a game called Critical Ops competitively. If you look on the App Store, Critical Ops is rated 17+, just like Call of Duty Mobile, and Hi was 13 at the time. Therefore, it has been done with other shooter mobile games. Another case of an under 18 player participating in the professional scene of a mobile game is PUBG Mobile. Personally, I don't know the competitive scene super well, but I do have connections. I just talked with a competitive PUBG Mobile player known as Telly. He's a professional player for the organization that I'm in, Omen Elite. I asked him to confirm if there were professional PUBG Mobile players in the scene playing the game competitively. I told him he can confirm the statement without disclosing name or age. All I needed was a statement, and this is what I got. Yes, there are players below the age of 18 who compete, and some contracted in PUBG Mobile. So it has been proven by a PUBG Mobile professional that knows the competitive scene that there are players under the age of 18 in the PUBG Mobile competitive scene that are earning money. To further emphasize this point, I want to bring up a scenario from Fortnite. During the World Cup LAN in front of thousands of people, they had a 13-year-old by the name of King place very high in the final World Cup standings, winning thousands of dollars. 13 years old. Here's a screenshot of the Fortnite World Cup final results, like the first place, second place, third place, fourth place, fifth place. We're showing King in fifth place, the 13-year-old winning $900,000. For my last example, that players are competing under the age of 18 in other games, 3 of them being mobile. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the game that I used to play, Rules of Survival. I'm going to act as the source for this one. There was a player that was 13 years old. I'm not going to disclose his name, but he did play competitively in tournaments and he did win money. He was 13 at the time. Another common counter-argument is that Call of Duty Mobile has always been 18+, it's just in the franchise, and players should not be complaining that Call of Duty Mobile is restricting players to 18+ for competitive events. However, I'm here to prove that early in Call of Duty, there have not been 18+ only players. Let's take a look at Scumpy, back when he first started competitive Call of Duty.
Seemed too easy, and then Scump won his first LAN, still at 15 years old, for the now disbanded Quantic Leverage. In winning the $10,000 MLG Dallas 2011 top prize, Scump and his young teammates were thrust straight into the top of the Call of Duty ecosystem. A respectable fourth at MLG Columbus Inc.
Scump was 15 years old at his first ever Call of Duty LAN. As far as my goals for this video, I want Call of Duty Mobile to consider everything I presented, everything the community feels, and I ultimately want them to push the age requirement down to 16+. That is my goal. For those of you guys who are under 16 years of age and you are interested in competing in the Call of Duty Mobile Championship, I think this is the most strategic move to go with a 16+ from an 18+. It is very unlikely that Call of Duty Mobile will drop suddenly the age requirement from 18+ to 13+ all in one move. I think it's important to just take the strategic approach and push for 2 years. Once the age requirement is agreed to be pushed down by 2 years, I think it is then reasonable to petition for 13+, but as of right now, I think we should just go with the strategic approach and go from there. Let's see how they publicly respond to this first. Now that I have addressed Call of Duty Mobile, I would like to address all the Call of Duty Mobile fans watching this video. If you guys want to support my petition and you want to contribute, the best thing you guys can do is share this video, because after all, we exist, we are Call of Duty Mobile players, and we deserve to be included.